Georgia is being invaded, but it's not what you think. A group of plants known as the Fearsome Five are trying to take over the local ecology of the state. To many, these look no different than other plants, but left unchecked could spell disaster for your local green space or even the state. And the worst part is that many big box garden stores are selling them to unsuspecting customers with a smile. Here's how you can identify the Fearsome Five of Georgia. First, Chinese privet. Originally brought to the US from Asia as an ornamental plant, Chinese privet soon took over the southeast. It can grow densely, which shades out young native trees or steals nutrients from established populations. Its densely hairy twigs, small opposite leaves with fine hairs on the underside veins, and clusters of fragrant white flowers from April to June that develop into small, shiny, blue-black berries persisting through winter. Key features include its semi-evergreen nature, forming dense thickets, and a flattened branch appearance from its two-ranked leaves. Next up is Bahia grass. This plant is native to South America and was brought to southern and south Georgia in the early 1900s as a forage crop for livestock. Although good for erosion, this can turn areas into monocultures as it's incredibly aggressive versus native pollinators. If you pull a clump, you'll see thick, scaly, reddish-purple, horizontal stems called rhizomes right at the soil surface. They have a purple leaf base where the base of the leaf blades near the soil often has a distinct reddish or purplish tint. The leaves have a coarse texture and are flat, folded, and hairless. If left unattended, these will develop small blackish flowers on the V-shaped stem. They are very tough, almost woody, and make the grass hard to pull up by hand. Next up is Nandina, also known as heavenly bamboo or sacred bamboo. This invasive plant is anything but divine or bamboo. Introduced in the early 1800s from Asia for year-round ornamental color, this plant's red berries contain cyanide. The leaves are green and turn a brilliant crimson or purple in the wintertime. Its stems are woody and ring-knotted, giving it a bamboo appearance. In April to June, look for large, upright, conical clusters of tiny white flowers. These will soon become the toxic red berries mentioned earlier. These berries have been shown to kill local or migratory bird species when consumed and are a major threat to local wildlife. A newer addition to the Fearsome Five of Georgia is autumn fern, a popular ornamental sold at many big box garden stores. Autumn fern has been seen jumping the fence in creeks near the Atlanta and Piedmont regions. Its tri-colored fronds are the easiest ID feature. They can be a striking copper, pink, or bronze red, and as they mature, turn a shiny leathery green. If you flip over a mature leaf, it will feature a kidney-shaped flap called an indusium. All ferns have these indusium, but none have the striking red color of the autumn fern. The last culprit on our list is the English ivy. Sold all over the state, people don't realize it is one of the state's most destructive plants if left unchecked. It has two distinct life stages with different shapes. The juvenile stage is what most people recognize. The leaves are dark green, waxy, and have 3 to 5 lobes with prominent white veins. As a young plant, it does not flower, it spreads aggressively instead. Once it matures, it changes form and the leaves become diamond-shaped and a lighter green. This is the only stage where the plant produces clusters of greenish-yellow flowers and the dark blue berries that birds eat and spread. The main threat is that these can weigh down trees until they break under pressure or during storms, or shade trees so they can't get enough sun and then die. Dense vines can also trap moisture, causing fungal rot to tree trunks. English ivy can also transmit bacterial leaf scorch, a pathogen that usually afflicts maples, oaks, and elms. If you think you might have found these in your local green space, don't just start digging. First, document the plant with a photo and upload it to the EdMaps app. A professional will evaluate your finding and seek further action. In addition, you can tip off groups like Birds Georgia and join volunteer efforts to clear invasive plant species across the state. Learn more about invasive plants and volunteer opportunities at birdsgeorgia.org.